The Score is the place for local spring high school sports, and we've got some for you right now. Brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts here at CMCC. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. By Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire Battery and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. SBS Carbon Copy in Waterville, where printing's personal, not puzzling. PJ Diggs, the excavation pros. If it's dirt, they do it. Renewal by Anderson, award-winning replacement windows and doors. Schedule your free consultation today. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Maine Preventative Maintenance, your complete heating, cooling, and plumbing contractor. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue, Waterville, serving the Central Maine community for over 100 years. JDH3 Design at jdh3designs.com, where they can print on just about anything. Valley Beverage, delivering great beverages every day. Dixon's Country Market in Benton, with 24-hour diesel service and the best takeout food around. And by Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Now, let's go live to Mike Violet and A.J. Knight.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Family Field here in Augusta at Cony High School. We are on to the playoffs this afternoon. It's a Class B North softball prelim matchup between the number 10 Lawrence Bulldogs and the number 7 Cony Rams. Welcome to our broadcast. I'm Mike Violet, along with A.J. Knight. Chaz Wing is running our camera here this afternoon. A couple of 7 and 9 ball clubs here, A.J., that played twice during the regular season, and Lawrence won them both. They won the first one 5-1 back on April 22nd. Second one was closer on May 3rd. About 10 days later, Lawrence squeaks by 6-5. What can we learn from those?
Maybe just a bad matchup. I think it's an unfortunate part of the seeding draw, right, for Cony, because heel points-wise, they get the home game, which you hope would count for something with home field advantage, but bad matchup, supposedly, I think, for the Cony Rams. As you said, both identical records, but Lawrence finds themselves on the road despite the fact that they swept the season series.
Yeah, and we saw Cony early on. In fact, it was a chilly day there on North Belfast Avenue in Augusta, and wet too, as Cony played Messalonski that day, and Messalonski absolutely hammered them. They have certainly come a long way since that time and have righted the ship to a point. But the team we saw that day, some defensive problems for sure. A lot of errors and a lot of throwing errors.
And it was kind of two different programs, too, talking about Messalonski obviously expecting to compete for a region title, and Cony kind of going through a little bit of finding itself. And I think you've seen some of the changes. Like you said, we had that game, and from what I remember, the lineup, I think, has changed a fair amount. So obviously a lot of tweaking since then. And 7-9, they earn a home playoff game here for this preliminary game. Both these teams, number-wise, Mike, kind of the same. In wins, Cony scores 11, almost 12 runs a game and gives up 5. In losses, they score 3 and give up 10. For Lawrence, in wins, they score 8 and give up 2. In losses, they score 2 and give up 9. So when they win big. When they lose, unfortunately, both have lost big.
And a struggle down the stretch for Cony. They lost 3 of their last 4. The only win was a 7-1 win over Oceanside. So they certainly did struggle down the stretch. Meanwhile, for the Lawrence Bulldogs, again with their 7-9 record and 2 win over the Cony Rams, we saw them play Nokomis, and of course Nokomis has Mia Coots, and they played very well in that game. Lawrence did not. We saw them uncharacteristically make errors, didn't hit the baseball. Not many do against Mia Coots.
Factual.
We saw them against Winslow, and again, that's not a great barometer of what Lawrence is. But Lawrence is capable. They've got Mackenzie McAvoy on the hill today. She has shown the ability to be capable of pitching a real good ball game. She hasn't really done it in a full 7-inning game so far this year, but I know for sure that it is in there somewhere. And Joey Marcoux today is going to start her. She will start out on the mound today and maybe mix in Maylee Knox as well.
And I think for Lawrence, we knew for sure for this softball team rebuilding year, right? Lost a lot of talent last year. I believe only 2 seniors on this roster. One who I expect to have a good game is, of course, Kaylee Elkins, who's going to lead off, plays great defense in center field. But down the stretch, despite the losses you point out, and the coach pointed out to us too in our notes ahead of this game, one of those losses down the stretch was in Nokomis, which we originally, I think, had that on the schedule, and then we switched thinking, okay, well, we'll see what else is out there. We got a chance to go cover Erskine. Almost had a no-hitter in that one, which we don't regret, but they only lost 3-2.
Right.
And in the Knight household, we do not take moral victories. That being said, I think you feel confident about that performance of your team that you can hang with Nokomis, who, correct me if I'm wrong, is the 1 seed in this class, are they not?
They are the 1 seed, and so, yeah, no shame losing to them. But as AJ said, in the Knight household, there are no moral victories. Nope. So that loss, and then inexplicably, they lost to Mount Blue in the final game of the regular season, 7-3. So in their last 4, they have split. They won 2. They won the first 2 against Winslow and Oceanside, then lost to Nokomis and to Mount Blue down the stretch. But it's a whole new season. You wipe out all the records. It's very cliched, but it's true. And Lawrence and Cony have a chance to move on. Their fate is in their hands here today.
Yeah, I talked to the Cony coaching staff actually as we were setting up, and that's him and I were having a good laugh because he said that's the message he delivers to the team. Doesn't matter. We got here. It's 1 game at a time. I mean, in all honesty, you don't play the games on paper. You got to get into the playoffs to win a championship. They've accomplished step 1. Now you've got a home game. Win this one and see what happens.
And the winner of this one will advance to play the Old Town Coyotes in the next round coming up on Thursday. Obviously, that will be in Old Town. We will take a timeout, back with the starting lineups and softball next on The Score.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, back here live at the Family Field here in Augusta at Cony High School as the captains, the coaches, and the umpires will have their pregame meeting and go over the ground rules here today. For the Lawrence Bulldogs of Joey Marcoux, 7-9, the number 10 team in Class B North softball. They will go this way today. Kaylee Elkins will lead off. She'll be in center field. Batting second, playing third base is Maylee Knox. Hitting third and catching, Ashley Shores. Batting cleanup and pitching, Mackenzie McAvoy. Batting fifth, the second baseman, Ruby Pierce. Hitting sixth, playing left field, Natalie Pelletier. Batting seventh and playing in right field is Casey Ross. Hitting eighth at first base is Leah Tibbetts. Batting ninth And playing at shortstop today is J.C. Elkins. So it's Elkins, Knox, and Shores, McAvoy, Pierce, and Pelletier, Ross, Tibbetts, and Elkins for the Lawrence Bulldogs of Joey Marcoux. And they will face today Surrey Ramkissoon, who will start for the Cony Rams. We saw her way back in late April pitch against the Messalonskee Eagles. It was just not a good day all around for Cony that day, and they've certainly played much better softball since then. So Ramkissoon will be on the mound, and defensively, Cony will go this way, left or right in the outfield. It's Brody Barrows in left, Naima Rogers in center, Ariana Alicio is in right field. Third to first along the infield, Olivia St. Peter is at third, Abby Brown is at short, Giselle Mills is at second, Kaylin LaBelle is at first, and Ramkissoon will throw to her catcher, Tori Weber.
Curious to see, I expect just because of her pedigree, Kaylee Elkins going to lead off, going to play center field. And again, a Lawrence team that's rebuilding from a really loaded softball team last year. But obviously bring back a few seniors, bring back a few players who got some experience. So I think Lawrence, would have the postseason advantage, obviously. With in Lawrence sports in general, I think it's generally one of those programs you think that's consistently pretty solid across the board. Curious to see if that manifests itself early, especially with Elkins, just general, the way she carries herself.
Yeah, she carries herself like a senior who has had big game experience, which she has had as a basketball player. Yep. She and Ashley Shores certainly lead the way as far as that is concerned. And Shores is really the bat that Lawrence looks to in their lineup, hitting third. She has tremendous power. She has a home run over the wall this year in right field, a game that was a couple of weeks ago. They look for her to be the one to really drive-in runs for them. Mackenzie McAvoy bats cleanup, but I think Shores is really the batter in that lineup who is the most dangerous if you're the Cony Rams and Surrey Ramkissoon.
Yeah, I would completely agree with that, and I think you'll get a feel for it because I feel like the games we've had, Lawrence, the ones they've won, Elkins has done an amazing job setting the table, and obviously that makes it. You want base runners on for your power bat to knock home, and Elkins obviously going to lead off.
Rams take the field. The game time temperature 72 degrees, a comfortable day for sure, with the wind blowing out to center field to as much as 14 miles per hour. So if you get it in the air, especially to center and left, even right, you've got a chance, if you hit it hard enough, to hit it out of here. So the winner of this one will play the Old Town Coyotes in the next round in the quarterfinals. We already have Oceanside advancing to the quarterfinals in Class B North as the Mariners beat Presque Isle yesterday 7-4. That was the 8-9 matchup. So Oceanside moves on. So the quarterfinals coming up on Thursday have number 4 Herman hosting number 5 Belfast at 4 on Thursday afternoon. Number 3 Ellsworth hosting number 6 MDI at 4 o'clock. Old Town hosting the winner of this one. The time hasn't been announced yet. And then it's number 8 Oceanside at number 1 Nokomis rounding out the quarterfinals in Class B North softball. Tomorrow we will be in Skowhegan and get a look at the number 1 Skowhegan Riverhawks taking on the number 8 seed Lewiston Blue Devils, a 3 o'clock start in the Class A North softball quarterfinals. And then on Thursday, we will be in Madison, Skowhegan's home away from home for baseball at 3:30 as Skowhegan opens up the playoffs, taking on Camden Hills at 3:30.
Yeah, that matchup has gotten really interesting because Skowhegan's not played well down the stretch.
They have not. Kaylee Elkins in the batter's box. And we are ready to go playoff softball here on The Score. Ramkissoon in the circle. And the first pitch of this ball game is high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Elkins. It's Elkins, Knox, and Shores here in the first for the Lawrence Bulldogs. Elkins with very good speed. Pitch is a ball, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes on Kaylee Elkins. Ramkissoon deals. Change right in there for a strike, 2-1. On the Lawrence center fielder. They play her straight up in the outfield. Here is the 2-1. That has popped up, a play for the catcher, Weber, if she can get there, but she can't. It was not hit very high. And Tori Weber had no chance to be able to find that ball. So the count goes to 2-2.
I think it goes without saying, Mike, for any game, but especially two teams who've struggled this season, who's going to make the least amount of errors?
It's a fair question. Pitch is up, 3-2 on Kaylee Elkins. Elkins has worked it full. Ramkissoon, the sign from Weber, the 3-2, is swung on and grounded foul just outside the bag. Stays 3-2. Good rip there by Kaylee Elkins. So we'll get another 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Elkins with an open stance. Here's the pitch. That is popped up out of play to the right side. And we'll get another 3-2.
Mike, I don't think you could see fans just diving out of the way of that foul
There's
ball.
a lot of fans over there, too.
Not a good sign for Cony's fan defense early, ducking fouls.
Yes, that doesn't work with us. Here's the 3-2. Upstairs, ball 4. So Elkins draws a leadoff walk, a good start for Lawrence. Leadoff base runner on for Maylee Knox. Maylee, right-handed batting third baseman.
Exactly what you want from your leadoff hitter, not just getting on base, but battling, too.
Work to walk. Knox, also a right-handed batter, shows bunt. Ground ball to third. Snared there, it's foul.
I want to take a look at that one.
Very quick call and a very...
Yeah, couldn't quite see it. It moved too fast on that replay, but... I mean, we'll take decisive umps. Ultimately, I'll live with the decisive
Exactly. He was decisive at nothing at all. 0-1. The bunt is on. There it is. It almost hit the base runner, or did it? It hit her in the batter's box. So it is a strike, a foul ball. And again, very, very decisive call by the plate umpire.
Love that. Can't argue with that. He immediately gives you his rulings, and he explained quickly to the staff exactly why.
2 strikes the count on Maylee Knox. Nobody out here with Elkins on at first. Knox takes one up and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ashley Shores on deck. Barring a double play, she'll hit with at least 1 runner on. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here it is. 2-2 as that one is high and wide. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Knox. They play Knox a little bit over toward left in center field. Rogers is a couple of steps over, very shallow. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, popped up. That's going to make it out of play. Off the top of the Lawrence dugout, so it stays at 2-2. So through 1 batter plus, Lawrence is making Suri Ramkissoon throw a ton of pitches.
And again, it's a good sign, right? Especially on the road, right? I think you want to come out and really have that productive top of the inning to kind of capture some momentum, and it's a good start.
The 2-2 is popped up, foul again to the right, out of play.
That's already, 4 foul-offs by the first 2 batters?
Staying alive. 2-2, Shores waiting on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Elkins at first. Top 1, fouled back. And the umpire would like a new supply of softballs.
That was a quick exit of half a dozen.
They're all gone. 2-2. Ramkissoon throwing strikes and Elkins spoiling them. The 2-2 is grounded to shortstop. Brown fields, goes to first, gets the out there, caught up between second and third. The throw to third to the pitcher, and it's not to the pitcher, it's actually St. Peter, and getting back to second is Elkins. So she took a gamble and ended up getting no further at all out of it. 6-3 is the out on Knox. A fielder's choice, Elkins to second. And here's Ashley Shores. Shores, the left-handed batting catcher with plenty of power. That is outside, ball 1 to Shores.
No, he gave that a strike, Mike.
He did?
Yeah, threw up the fist.
Okay. Excuse me, 1 strike.
All those praise we raised on Elkins, that was nearly a huge gaffe to open the game.
It really was. High and outside, but swinging on it and missing it is Ashley Shores. It's 0-2. That looked definitely out of the strike zone.
That's
No balls, 2 strikes.
Uppercutted that one.
A little over anxious, maybe. And swing and a miss, strike 3, and she got herself out. First strikeout for Suri Ramkasoon. 2 outs in the inning, and here is Mackenzie McAvoy with a chance to help herself. Mackenzie pitching today for Lawrence. Speedy Elkins at second, ready to run on anything. 2 outs, runner at second, top of the first. Wide, ball 1.
And that's the point, too. Ooh.
They throw to third, even though Elkins hadn't attempted to go to third. She had taken a lead off the bag, but didn't go to third. And I think Lawrence wants Cony to throw the ball.
Elkins was about halfway down the line.
1 ball, no strikes. Looped into left field. That's going to drop. And hitting third and scoring is Elkins. A humpback line drive, and McAvoy gives Lawrence a 1-0 lead.
I was going to say to your point about the speedy Elkins on, is it just about anything, give her a chance, I think, to get in. And finally, they get something in the outfield. Pinch runner here, Mike, for McAvoy.
Now pinch running for Lawrence. Number 3, Leah Gallant.
Leah Gallant will run. And here is Ruby Pierce.
Number 21.
Pierce, the second baseman.
Second base.
Batting with 2 outs and a runner on at first. A run in. Lawrence off to a good start. A walk. A ground ball to move that runner to second. Then a strikeout. Then McAvoy with an RBI single. Pierce takes one for a strike.
And then she, for all the praise we put on Ashley Shores, Pierce we've seen been a doubles machine at times.
0-1 on Ruby. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. If she can reach, Natalie Pelletier on deck.
Already a big dub for Lawrence, being able to get that first run home of the game.
1 ball, 1 strike. There it is. Foul tipped. It is 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Suri Ramkasoon has Pierce on her hip here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ramkasoon back on the rubber. The deal. High. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a run in. It's 1-0 Lawrence. Ramkasoon ready. Changeup is in there, strike 3. That had a parachute on it for sure. A brilliant changeup there. And Pierce is called out looking, and that is the end of that. But Lawrence manufactures a run on a walk, a ground ball, and an RBI single. So in the first inning for the Bulldogs, a run on a hit, no errors, and 1 left on. After a half, the score. Lawrence 1, Cony coming up. You're watching and listening to Playoff Softball on The Score.
We have created our own drink company. The fastest growing sports drink in history.
We will run! We will run!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got
The monkey has prime!
this season, we are hydrated.
The official sports drink of the UFC. It's on!
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Distributed by Valley Beverage of Lewiston.
If you have been looking or wanting a complete heating, cooling, and plumbing contractor for residential or commercial all under one roof, Maine Preventative Maintenance is the only number you'll need. Maine Preventative Maintenance is also a registered and recommended heat pump installer with Efficiency of Maine. You may even be eligible for financing through Efficiency of Maine. Emergencies always happen at the most inconvenient times. Don't put it off any longer. Don't wait until something happens. Call Maine Preventative Maintenance today for peace of mind. Maine Preventative Maintenance, 465-4505, 465-4505.
Mackenzie McAvoy takes the hill with a 1-0 lead for Lawrence. Here's the lineup she'll face this afternoon for Dennis Gagne. Suri Ramkasoon leads off. She pitches today. Giselle Mills batting second. She's playing second. Hitting third, playing third base is Olivia St. Peter. Batting cleanup, shortstop Abby Brown. Hitting fifth and catching, Tori Weber. Batting sixth, playing first base, Kaylin LaBelle. Hitting seventh in left field, Brody Barrows. Batting eighth, the DP today, she is Jordan Dykett. And hitting ninth and playing in center field is Naima Rogers, and she is hitting for Ariana Licio. who is playing in right field today. So Ram Kassoon will lead it off against Mackenzie McAvoy, left-handed batter, and you can see how close Knox is at third base. She could reach out and shake her hand.
No joke.
Runs up, takes a strike. 0-1. Maylee Knox should get battle pay for where she is. 0-1. Here it is. 0-2. Ram Kassoon looking to run and hit. Has let two, I think, that she could have slapped to left field go by.
You wonder if the third baseman cheating up is making her think twice about it.
Swing and a miss, strike three, she's gone. That was an easy strikeout there for Mackenzie McAvoy. 3 pitches, 1 out. Here's Giselle Mills.
Giselle Mills.
Second baseman, wearing the number 4, and again, Knox is right there. They don't call that the hot corner for nothing.
Both corners cheating in.
Scouting report says take the bunt away. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Apparently.
So that means that Ruby Pierce at second base has to be extra mindful of getting over. Strike 2. Blew it right by her. 0-2. Olivia St. Peter on deck. And Mackenzie McAvoy has thrown 5 pitches, all of them strikes.
Let's put the strike counter up.
The sign from Shores, the 0-2. Slap, right field side, foul. One hops the fence. So the count stays 0-2.
That being said, I think that was still a strike.
Yep. Too close to take, that's for sure, when you're in a hole 0-2. So 0-2. On Giselle Mills. 1 out, nobody on. Lawrence 1, Cony 0. Bottom of the first. Foul tipped. Took a piece of Shores with it, but it got her on the mask. And it's 0-2. Ashley, of course, a left-handed catcher.
Yeah, worth wanting to shout out. Don't think she flinched at all. So
She's got the tools of ignorance on. That's why.
Tell you what, first and third base, how close they're using could use a chest pad while they're at it.
I know. They wear the masks, and that's understandable. The 0-2. Change, check, swing. Did she go? Appeal, safe. So Mills able to hold it, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on the Cony second baseman.
How about 2? Shout out. First, we got 3 umps today.
We do.
Feeling spoiled.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch to Mills. Swing and a foul tip. Caught by Ashley Shores, strike 3. So 2 up, 2 strikeouts. Both swinging. Here's Olivia St. Peter, the right-handed batting third baseman.
Olivia St. Peter.
Well, they back up at third at least. Knox almost even with a bag. Tibbetts still in probably a quarter of the way at first. Here's the pitch. Lined into left field. That is going to make it all the way to the wall. Hitting first, digging for 2 is St. Peter. She is in to second with a stand-up double. She absolutely cuffed that one.
That'll work. I was just going to say, McAvoy, we were talking about some of that experience, right, that Lawrence has. McAvoy, not an inexperienced pitcher, just was away from the team last year, but that one was clubbed.
Yep. I heard the Tigers' great TV play-by-play announcer, Jason Benetti, and I'll finish this thought after this pitch. Here's the pitch. High ball 1. One of the balls that the Tigers hit in the 10th inning on Sunday, he said, let's call it Smith at the plate. He said Smith detonated that ball.
I
loved it. That's exactly what St. Peter did right there. She detonated that ball. That's high. Ball 2, 2 balls, no strikes.
And I think big mentally, again, talk about both these teams, 7-9. Lawrence swept the season series. I think momentum, mentality-wise, is going to teeter.
2-0 is lined right to Pierce at second. She hit that right on the screws. An atom ball, and that is it for Cony in the first inning. No runs a hit, no errors, 1 left. We have finished 1. The score, Lawrence 1, Cony 0. You're watching and listening to Playoff Softball on The Score.
I'm Drew. I'm Jeremy.
We are JDH3 Designs.
We're a Maine family offering laser engraving of just about anything and custom apparel. We love to work with other local businesses as well as people within the community to bring your design ideas to life.
JDH3 Designs. Visit their website at jdh3designs.com and like them on Facebook. JDH3 Designs. They customize just about anything.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Mid-State Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Mid-State Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com, where printing's personal, not puzzling.
Local sports on the score brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Your future starts here. Go to cmcc.edu. Natalie Pelletier, first pitch, swing and a miss by Pelletier on a ball that was certainly off the plate inside. 0-1. Pelletier, the left fielder, followed by Casey Ross, the right fielder, and Leah Tibbetts, the first baseman. It is 6, 7, and 8 here for Lawrence, leading 1-0 in the top of the second. Popped up, foul. 0-2.
Lawrence fighting off a lot of pitches. Your Cony, though, I think you got to take some positivity out of that first inning. 2 very hard-hit balls. Unfortunately, the second one, like you said, Adam ball to Pierce.
They were both crushed, the double, and then the line-out that ended the inning. 0-2 on Pelletier. Ramkasoon ready. Here's the pitch. Ooh, behind the batter. That probably will not spark a benches clearing brawl. And it's 1-2.
Hey, that one slipped. That being said, both dugouts put on notice.
They were not warned. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Inside, that almost got her. And it is 2-2.
Tell you what, she had keys in her pocket. She's standing on first base right now.
Or a phone. 2-2. Here's the wind-up. The pitch by Ramkasoon is grounded right back to her. Fields fires, 1 out. Good play by Surrey. Jumped off the hill and got it. 1-3 on the out. Here is Leah Tibbetts. Tibbetts, the Lawrence first baseman.
No, you skipped Ross, Mike.
Excuse me. You're exactly right. Here is Casey Ross. We'll get to Leah Tibbetts. Ross, the right fielder.
Ross.
Casey, right-handed batter, slightly open stance against Ramkasoon. That is strike 1. 0-1 on Casey.
Tell you what, I think Ramkasoon's had the strikes in lockdown. Lawrence batters, I think, have just done a nice job spoiling a lot of pitches.
That hit her. Well, she came close to hitting Pelletier a couple of times. And now does
Number 8.
Hit a batter.
Leah Tibbetts.
And that's one of those mistakes we'll keep an eye on, right? Because that's just a free pass.
So here is Leah Tibbetts. Tibbetts, the first baseman, right-handed batter, takes one down and in for ball 1. So Ross is on. Hit by a pitch. And the 1-0 to Tibbetts is into right. That's a base hit. Kicked around out there by the right fielder, Licio, and they get it in, going to third. Now she stopped, and that was a fatal mistake, but she's going to get there anyway because the ball overthrown and getting to second on the play is Tibbetts. So Ross gets to third on an error. Tibbetts with a single to right. She takes second on the error. So Lawrence in business, second and third with nobody out, 1 out. As Pelletier led the inning off, grounding out back to the pitcher. And here is J.C. Elkins. Late swing, strike one.
Number 2.
Who was that E on the second base?
Yes.
That's okay, just double checking. Yeah, they had Ross hung up. I think she had a chance and then overthrew airmailed. I think they had Ross totally picked
They
off.
had her. Tough strike call there, 0-2. Elkins in the hole here, 0-2. Top of the order, sister Kaylee Elkins on deck. 2 on, 1 out. Here's the pitch. That's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes on J.C. Elkins.
And this is a big AB for Ramkissoon because obviously 2 outs facing Elkins with 2 on, a lot different than 1 out with potentially the bases loaded.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Elkins gone, 2 outs, a big strikeout for Suri Ramkissoon. And here is Kaylee Elkins, who led the game off with a walk, went to second on a ground ball, scored on a single by Mackenzie McAvoy. 2 outs, second and third for Lawrence. Strike called. Ramkissoon throwing strikes, victimized by defense here. And her own wildness by hitting a batter. Up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike on Kaylee Elkins. Tibbetts at second, Ross on third.
This is one of those areas, right? You're experienced senior. You want them to come through in a big game.
Ground ball, too short. Right there is Brown. Brown to first, and they get out of the inning. Good job by Suri Ramkissoon. With runners on second and third, she gets a strikeout and a ground ball to shortstop to end it. So, no runs. There was a base hit, an error, and a couple left on. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's still Lawrence 1 and Cony 0. You're watching and listening to Playoff Softball on the Score.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
Or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
All righty, to the bottom of the second we go. And Mackenzie McAvoy will face Tori Weber, Kaylin LaBelle, and Brody Barrows, 5, 6, and 7. Weber, right-handed batting catcher. McAvoy striking out 2 in the first. She's got the sunglasses on. Pitch is grounded to shortstop. Elkins is there. Fires to first, and 1 out. 1 pitch, 1 out. So a good start for McAvoy. She is retired 4 of 5. And here is Kaylin LaBelle.
23, Kaylin LaBelle.
LaBelle, right-handed batting first baseman. Slightly closed stance. Now LaBelle steps out.
Some last-minute instructions.
All right, the corners are in again, looking bunt. With LaBelle up there. She shows it, pulls it back, takes a strike. 0-1 on Kaylin LaBelle.
Curious to see her show bunt. Like you said, with the corners cheating in, you're going to have to put down a perfect one.
I don't know how, unless somebody bobbles it or throws it away, you successfully pull off a bunt. Swing and maybe a piece of that, strike 2. Thought I heard a little ping there, 0-2.
He said, scouting report must have said, take away the bunt.
Now they back up a little bit with 2 strikes. 0-2 on LaBelle. 1 out, nobody on. The pitch. Strike 3. And that is the 3rd strikeout for McAvoy. 2 outs. Here's Brody Barrows, the left fielder.
Number 2, Brody Barrows.
And Barrows, as we saw in the game we did back in late April, she is a battler up there. Little peanut, and she battles. She shows bunt, fouls it off.
Also got to be next to a near impossible strike zone to hit.
Yeah, that's a tough strike zone right there. 0-1 on Brody.
She also has, I think, one of the most... I'll get to it in a second.
The 0-1 for McAvoy. Swing and a miss. Strike two, way behind that fastball.
I would say Barrows has, I think, one of the most regimented get into batting stances motions.
Yeah, it is pretty regimented.
She's got
0-2.
Lock.
Hits that one to center field, ranging over and unable to get it. Kaylee Elkins, so a big two-strike hit off the bat of Brody Barrows. And that is the second hit of the ball game for Cony. Two-out base runner is Barrows at first.
Number 20, Jordan Dykett.
And here is Jordan Dykett,
Designated player,
the DP. Dykett checking that wristband. Got the long ponytail out of the batting helmet. Runner at first, two outs. McAvoy had slapped down the right field side, out of play, 0-1.
That strike zone for Dykett not much longer than Barrows.
No, Dykett is hitting for the right fielder, Ariana Licio. You're right. She's a little taller, but not much. 0-1 on Jordan.
She crowds the plate. Good luck getting one by her.
0-1. Here's the pitch from McAvoy. That is a ball, throw to second. She is out. Ashley Shores, after a wait, they finally ring up. Barrows at second, and a great throw by Shores. 2-4. Retired at second base is Barrows, caught stealing, and that is the end of that. So Dykett will lead off in the third. For Cony, only three batters come up after the caught stealing. No runs, a base hit, no errors, nobody left on. We finished two in this Class B North playoff game, prelim style. It's Lawrence 1, Cony nothing on the score.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack of all trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder, or a farmer, or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
To the top of the third we go in this Class B North prelim game. It is 1-0 Lawrence. Maylee Knox will lead it off. Knox, the third baseman, second at bat of the game. First time she grounded out to Abby Brown at short. Inside, ball one. So it's Knox, Shores, and McAvoy. 2, 3, 4 for Lawrence here in the third. 1 ball, no strikes on Knox. That one's hit into right center. That's going to get down. That is going to get down, and it's going to go to the wall. And Knox hustling, and she will make it to second standing. Maylee Knox with a double to right center. And Lawrence has the leadoff hitter on second base to start things off here in the third.
And initially, Mike, I thought that one was just going to be kind of a, not really a bloop single, but wasn't going to get very far, but then just kept going.
Here's Ashley Shore, struck out swinging her first time, swung in a couple of bad balls. That's ball one. 1 ball, no strikes on Shores. She'll be followed by McAvoy. Nobody out here in the visitors' half of the third. That's grounded foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lawrence got a run in the first on a walk to Knox. She went to second on a ground ball and scored on an RBI single by McAvoy. That's been it. Knox is at second here, a 1-1 count to Shores. Outside, 2-1, good take. 2 balls, 1 strike with McAvoy on deck. Suri Ramkasoon. Swing and a miss. 2-2 to Shores. Two and two. Weber the sign, Ramkasoon ready. Here's the deal. Way over her head. It is 3-2.
Ramkazoon's was it third pitch that's just seeming, I'm going to guess, just slipped out of her hand.
3 balls, 2 strikes on Shores. Runner at second is Knox. Outside corner, strike 3. So Shores has fanned twice today, once swinging, once looking.
Number 40.
And here is Mackenzie McAvoy pitching today, and McAvoy with an RBI single to plate the only run of the game in the first. She drove in Knox. In another situation with a runner at second. Hits that one into left center, base hit. The runner hits third. Joey Marcou's going to send her, and coming in to score on the play for the Lawrence Bulldogs is Knox. Going into second on the throw is McAvoy, and Mackenzie McAvoy has 2 RBI singles today, and it's Lawrence 2, Cony nothing.
Now that one she had to hold up, and then she was going the whole way. I think they had potentially a chance, but the shortstop kind of double pumped.
Here's Pierce. Pierce called out on strikes her first time. Pinch runner at second base for Knox is Leah Gallant. Pierce takes up and in for ball 1. Ruby, number 5 hitter in the Lawrence lineup, and their second baseman. Tomorrow we are at Skowhegan softball, hosting Lewiston at 3. Swing and a miss. She was over that. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Class A North softball quarters. 1 ball, 1 strike on Pierce.
Hey, we got a loaded schedule this week. Make sure you're watching 1160score.com or centralmainsports.com.
That's high. Schedule's all there. We have playoff baseball and softball, and boys lacrosse coming up this week, too, on Friday. And we'll have something Saturday. We just don't know what yet. Fouled back.
Yeah, potentially a big-time matchup, but obviously, again, both teams have to take care of business.
And that's Skowhegan and Messalonski baseball.
Which would be the rubber match.
It would be. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Ruby Pierce. Running at second is Gallant, the pinch runner. 2-0 Lawrence. Popped up. Coming in from right field is Licio. Licio makes the catch for the second out. 2 outs. And here is Natalie Pelletier. Pelletier, the first baseman. Little dribbler back to the mound her first
11.
time.
Natalie Pelletier.
So 2 outs. Gallant running at second. For Pelletier. Swing and a miss. Jammed her. 1 strike on Natalie. Natalie, the left fielder for Lawrence today.
McAvoy doing it all thus far. Like 4 Ks and 2 RBIs.
Spiked foul to the right. That one hit the fencing.
Stand corrected. 3 strikeouts.
Count is 0-2 on Natalie Pelletier. Ross on deck hoping to hit. 0-2. Suri Ramkasoon. The sign from Weber. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got her. 2 Ks in the inning for Suri Ramkasoon. Give her 4 for the ball game, but Lawrence pushes across another run. They get that run on 2 base hits. There were no errors in the inning, and 1 runner left on. We play 2.5. The score is Lawrence 2 and Cony nothing. You're watching and listening to playoff prelim softball on The Score.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, back here at the Family Field here at Cony High School in Augusta. We go to the bottom of the third. Rams come up trailing here 2-0, and leading off is Jordan Dykett, who is up when Barrows was thrown out stealing by Ashley Shores. So Jordan Dykett. Spiked foul to the right, out of play.
I hope they got some good ball boys today because they're getting their work in.
Or girls.
Or girls. Ball people.
Ball people.
Whoever
right.
it is.
Ball person.
Ball seniors, ball infants, whoever.
0-1. High. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Now, Ramkisud dealing just some well-timed hits, I think, from Lawrence. Cony's hit the ball hard, just as much as anything baseball, timely hitting. You got to hit when people are on.
1 ball, 1 strike. Shows bunt, offered at it, strike 2.
Another time to plug Mike Violet's summer bunting camp.
Mike Violet's School of Bunting.
Skowhegan's Brian Jones put the rubber stamp on it, said he would attend.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Changeup is just a little bit low. And if I could have dream instructors at my camp, special guest instructors at my bunting camp,
me.
Both of them are no longer with us. I'll get to who they are after this pitch. Here's the 2-2. That's high 3-2. Jerry Remy,
okay,
great bunter. And this is way before your time and pretty much before mine. Phil Rizzuto, another great bunter. The scooter could really bunt. So, yeah, they would be my guest instructors. Again, fouled off to the right. And the count stays at 3-2. Remy could drag bunt. He could push bunts. He was a master bunter.
Some would say a lost art.
It is gone. Nowhere to be found. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Jordan Dykett. McAvoy, the sign from Shores, here it is. Inside, ball 4, lost her. So leadoff batter is on. Dykett's on first.
Way to battle back from Dykett. First walk of the day for McAvoy.
Naima Rogers.
Here's Naima Rogers.
Center fielder, Rogers.
Rogers, right-handed batting center fielder. At first is Dykett. 2-0 Lawrence. High and away, ball 1.
Worth noting, Mike, I don't think it's played out as much in softball, but in the playoffs, I'll make a mention. When Mike and I go to games, baseball especially, it's been true, 9 hitters have been outstanding.
They have. Here's the pitch to Rogers, swing and a miss.
It's definitely been true in baseball. I don't think I've noticed it as much in softball, but hey, it's a new season in the playoffs, so Rogers gets her first crack at it. Unfortunately, Elkins on the other side got rung up for Lawrence.
1 ball, 1 strike to Rogers. McAvoy's pitch inside, knocked her off the plate. Good stop there by Shores, who runs the base runner back. 2 balls, 1 strike on Rogers. Top of the order, Surrey Ramkissoon on deck. 2 balls, 1 strike on Rogers. Here's the pitch. The bunt popped up foul.
I need to get a graphic made for Mike's bunting camp. Maybe you and Lippert can like double up. Like you can come hang out with him for his QB camp, and then he can come be like a guest instructor at your bunting camp.
Have our grad school bound friend, Mr. Ryan Bell, come up with a graphic for me.
Ooh, good call. He's back in the States.
That's right. Which country was he in?
He was in Canada.
2-2. All right, that almost doesn't count. That is slapped to first, and a nice catch there by Tibbetts. Almost got a double play at first base, but an outstanding play in foul ground by Leah Tibbetts on a little humpback line drive by Rogers.
Give a shout out to the first baseman. Not a ton of height on that one, like you said, so almost stealing it out, nearly stealing too.
Almost got a double play out of it. So Rogers is gone. Here is Ramkasoon, who struck out her first time.
I think that last-minute instruction, that first strikeout, she watched, I think, 2 decent pitches go by and then kind of swung at one.
Did she bat left-handed her first time?
I don't believe so.
She did? Okay.
Oh, the crowd's telling me yes.
All right. I thought she was going to be pulling the old switcheroo, takes one down and away, ball 1. No matter what side of the plate she was hitting on in the first, she struck out swinging.
Snap back throw to first, but I think really not even close.
One ball, no strikes. Shores makes sure of the count. She's not afraid to throw it.
Already got one caught stealing today.
1 ball, no strikes. McAvoy ready, runner at first. 1 out, the bunt is foul. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get a hold of Mr. Bell. We're going to have to get that graphic made.
Mikey V's School of Bunting. I like it, huh?
Pops. Problem is I'm going to talk about it so much, people are going to be like, okay, where's the sign-ups at?
We'll put up a phony website.
Exactly.
1 ball,
CentralMainSports.com, obviously.
Yeah, just put a link in there. That's bunted foul, 1 and 2. Just put a drop-down menu.
Yeah.
Mikey V's School of Bunting. Sign-ups here.
Speaking of sign-ups, and we can maybe we'll get into this coming back from an inning, but we got to talk about the giveaway going on the score. Speaking of giveaways.
We do. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We need a graphic for that.
Yeah, we do. I'll talk to Ryan about that one.
All right. Get them going. Here it is. Change up. It's sort of half bunted, half swung at. No play. Suri Ramkasoon, and the throw to second. They had her there. It gets away. It's backed up by Elkins. Nobody is covering third. Yes, they are. The throw to third. Safe. She beat the tag.
I got to be honest. I want to see on this replay. I don't think she did.
Woo! You have the replay brought to you by Midstate Machine. If you're looking for a career, check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. So that's a base hit. Joey Marcoux out of the dugout.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I think the ump had his back, but we got the replay running right now, so I'll take a quick look here. Dykett got hung up, then bailed out, and then everybody's shouting at her. She just thought she got back safe to run.
All of the umpires now are going to have a conference. The second base umpire, I'm not sure what he can add to this discussion. So we all watch and wait. So right now, Dykett is on third, called safe, and they're going to stick with the call.
Yeah, based on the replay, it's close, but I think they got it. Problem is, just didn't have the best vantage point.
So that is a base hit for Ramkasoon, an infield hit.
You got an E on, who would that be? Is that E5? Who threw it to second?
Yes. That would be an E5. And here is Giselle Mills, and Mills swings and misses, strike 1. So to recap the inning, Dykett led off with a walk, then a line out to first in foul ground, then Ramkasoon the swinging bunt, an infield hit, and the error bounced right to first, and they could have had the runner at home easily there. Instead, electing to get the out at first is Tibbetts. That is 3 unassisted, and it's 2-1 as coming in to score on the play is Dykett.
Number 5.
That would have been an easy out at the plate.
Yeah, just a RBI ground out. But, yeah, I think kind of, I guess, instincts to a certain extent to kind of kicked in there as opposed to just getting that.
3 unassisted. St. Peter is out. Or, excuse me, Mills is out. That is ball 1 on Abby Brown. And to third now is Ramkasoon. So a run in, it's a 2-1 game. Here's the pitch. Bowled up there, nice stop by Shores. A ball, or excuse me, 2 balls, no strikes. On the shortstop, Olivia St. Peter.
Yeah, so give Mills the GO RBI.
2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. That's a strike right in there, 2-1 on Olivia St. Peter, the Cony third baseman. Rams with a run in, cut the lead in half. It's 2-1. And at third is Ramkasoon. She used the tying run. Bounced foul. 2-2.
Well, you knew, Mike, with the two teams that have kind of had up and down seasons, struggled, this wasn't going to be a straightforward game. There's going to be some wackiness.
A little bit, and there has been a little bit. 2 balls, 2 strikes on St. Peter. McAvoy trying to get out of a jam. Here's the 2-2. It is looped into center field, coming on! Oh, and making a catch is Elkins! A dazzling defensive play by Kaylee Elkins saved a run.
For the Cony Rams,
So Cony has to settle for 1, and we have finished 3 here in the Class B North preliminary matchup between Cony and Lawrence. The score, Lawrence 2, Cony 1. Back after this on the score.
Raising money for our cause, supporting our neighbors, helping to recognize those that should be recognized, providing educational opportunities, working together to make someone's day just a bit brighter. Our employees enjoy being a part of making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Savings Bank.
For the safety of you and your family, 201 Tire Battery and Service on Riverside Drive in Vassalboro offers only the best and most reliable tires and batteries, including used batteries for your ride, cars, motorcycles, and more. And tires for everything. Tractors, lawnmowers, your car and truck, custom rims? Yup, of course. Open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 until 5, Friday till 3. Pet friendly with free battery testing and complimentary ice cream. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta Vassalboro line.
Well, put a star beside that one in your scorebook. A fantastic catch in center field by center fielder Kaylee Elkins, robbing Olivia St. Peter not only of a base hit, but of the tying run being driven in. Just a fantastic play by Elkins to save a run and finish the inning.
In the top of the 4th inning.
So let's go to the top of the 4th. Casey Ross will lead off for Lawrence. Ross has been hit by a pitch, made it all the way to third, but got stranded there against the right-hander, Suri Ramkasoon. Inside ball 1.
And as we talked about in the pregame, Mike, that's one of those plays looking for one of your lone seniors to make, saving a run in a 2-1 game, big time.
Elkins got a great jump off the bat. A dive to her left, and she snared it. That's a ball, 2-0.
How about on top of that, Mike, just trying to quickly go over in my head defensive plays, baseball and softball we've had this season. We had the great catch in the Oxford Hills Skowhegan game that was into the dugout.
The 2-0 pop straight up. Pitcher Ramkasoon makes the call, makes the catch, 1 out.
But Elkins, I believe, you could debate what maybe is second, but I think Elkins might have the 2 best defensive plays this season now.
One of them was the hard ground ball to center field that she put a hard charge on and threw the run route at first, the 9-3 ground out, and that one that you just saw. She's had 2 of the best of the year. All right, here's Tibbetts. Tibbetts takes one inside, ball 1. Leo with a single to right, her first time. 1 ball, no strikes on the Lawrence first baseman. 1 out, top of the 4th. It's 2-1 Lawrence. Winner gets a free trip to Old Town.
Is that a big thing?
I don't know. I think winning the game here and
I
staying alive.
I just meant Old Town, period. Obviously, you'd want to win in advance.
You know, I mean,
I haven't been to
Old Town's Old Town. It's near Orono. Inside, my son, when he was at the University of Maine, lived in Old Town for the final 3 years, sophomore, junior, and senior years. Lived in what commonly became known in my house as Animal House. That's low. That's what happens when 5 guys who went to high school together in Poland rent a house.
Yeah, no. In college, we had one.
It
of those
was
houses.
fun. 3 balls, 1 strike. Inside ball 4. So a 1 out base runner. Tibbetts is on, second time today. And that will bring up J.C. Elkins.
Number 2.
She struck out her
J.C.
first time.
Elkins.
Second walk for Ramkasoon. Been a little bit feast or famine, right? 5 Ks, but she's hit a batter. She's walked 2, and she's given up 3 hits, all of which have led to the 2 runs.
Elkins, I'm sure, is going to bunt here. And, of course, she takes one for ball 1. This is the time to do it.
Especially with Kaylee on deck.
1 ball, no strikes. Tibbetts on first. Strike on a swing and a miss. Elkins very late.
Kind of surprised too, Mike, because Cony's not cheating in. I think you're in this position.
I think JC struggles to hit, and the defense is back. It's prime for a bunt. And she's not even close. The ball is in the catcher's glove when she is swinging. 1 ball, 2 strikes. She is very late.
Yeah, she's behind. Almost kind of has a hitch in her swing, too, doesn't she? She's not helping.
1-2. Got a piece there, fouled it off, stays alive, 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'm really surprised they didn't have her bunt. Kaylee Elkins on deck. Kaylee led the game off of the walk and scored and grounded to short. Her other time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Inside, 2-2 on J.C. Elkins. Lawrence with single runs in the first and third. The Cony run coming in the third as well. Popped up, and that will make it out of play. 2-2.
Also, worth mentioning, didn't get to it in the pregame. We've obviously had players of the game since we've been doing this, but I believe today will be the first player of the game postseason style that gets a CMCC swag bag.
Right. The 2-2 is up. 3-2, and that swag bag. Some prime beverage from Valley Beverage of Lewiston, the Score Player of the Game keychain, and a Score t-shirt, all in the CMCC swag bag. 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Elkins is gone. 2 outs. Sister Kaylee
Number 10.
comes up.
Kaylee Elkins.
A walk and a ground out to short.
6th K for Ramkasoon.
Elkins.
Tibbetts still at first. Inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Tomorrow we are in Skowhegan. Lewiston at Skowhegan, Class A North softball quarterfinals. Game time 3 o'clock. Wide, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes on Kaylee Elkins, the Lawrence center fielder. 3-0 inside, knocked her off the plate.
Cony fans loading up on the stream here, Mike. Just FYI, stream comments favoring heavy towards the Rams currently.
Nice. Hey, we take them no matter where they come from. The bunt is on, and Elkins backs off it, takes a strike, 3-1. We love hearing from you, no matter where you're from, no matter what the content of your comments. They all count.
Within reason.
3-1. That's fouled off. That probably was ball 4.
I agree with that assessment. I think that was your free pass.
So Surrey Ramkasoon has it 3-2 now on Kaylee Elkins. Tibbetts at first. She'll be off on anything. 3-2. Ramkasoon the sign from Tori Weber. Here's the rock the pitch. Line to left field. Back, and away back, and it's over the head of Barrows. Hitting second is Tibbetts. They're going to have to hold her. She's not really fast. That ball was crushed by Kaylee Elkins, nearly hauled in by Brody Barrows. If Brody were a couple of inches taller, maybe she would have hauled that in. It is a ringing double, second and third. 2 outs. Here is Knox. Knox with a ground ball to short, and then a single to right last time, and she scored the second Lawrence run. Boy, that's a big spot in this game. That is outside ball 1. If Ramkasoon can get the strikeout pitch here, it would be huge.
Yeah, no joke. Dare I say, Mike, that ball by Kaylee Elkins was absolutely detonated.
It was detonated. Inside, 2 balls, no strikes on Knox. So Suri Ramkasoon behind 2-0 in what looks like a key spot in this ball game. She's down 2-1, runners on second and third with 2 outs. The pitch to Knox. Popped up and foul out of play, 2-1.
Yeah, to emphasize or to add some more context, Mike.
What were you going to call me?
Nothing. Pops is my dad. She 2-1, free pass here. Then you're letting Ashley Shores bat with the bases loaded.
Now Shores 0 for 2 today, though. That ball is hit to right field. That is going to get down. 2 runs will score. Hitting first and going into second is Knox. It's a 2-run double. It's 4-1 Lawrence.
Timely hitting. How about that? Knox back-to-back doubles. Knox in. Was that Tibbetts was the first one?
Tibbetts and Knox coming in to score.
7, Ashley Shores.
Time is called. Ashley Shores, a word with Joey Marcoux, her coach, played umpire with a chance to get the dustbuster out.
How about that? Last 2 at-bats for Maylee Knox. Doubles. That one, the 2 RBI variety.
Double-double. She's 2 for 3, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, the early clubhouse leader to be our score player of the game. Here is Shores, 2 strikeouts. Wide, ball 1. First one swinging, second one looking. 1 ball, no strikes on Shores. The 1-0. Wide, good stop there by Tori Weber to keep that runner at second base, 2-0. Tori got the guns out flashing today with the sleeves rolled up. 2 balls, no strikes. Here it is. 3-0. So Shores, who has fanned twice, hasn't seen a strike yet. 3-0 on Ashley Shores. On deck, Mackenzie McAvoy, who's had a big day too. Taking all the way, it's ball 4. She walks. So they elect to pitch to McAvoy, who is 2 for 2 with 2 RBI singles.
Number 40, Mackenzie McAvoy.
That's your point. Shores 2 times up. It seemed like Ramkasoon had her all sorts of twisted around and doesn't even throw her a strike.
That was a funny at-bat after striking her out twice. Pitch to McAvoy is ball 1, so that's 5 straight wide of the strike zone by Suri Ramkasoon. 1 ball, no strikes on McAvoy. 2 in, Lawrence up 4-1. Here's the pitch. Grounded, a squibber wide of the first baseman, and LaBelle knocked it to the second baseman, and all hands are safe.
That's one of the situations, Mike. That one gets to second base. I think that's an out, but instead LaBelle reaching for it.
Well, it's not an out. You can't put it like that because the first baseman arranged over who was covering.
Good call. Good call.
Who was covering. So I'm going to give McAvoy a base hit.
No, I would say hit no matter what.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
And once again, Gallant running at second for McAvoy. They're loaded here for Ruby Pierce. Called out on strikes and a fly out to right. Chance to do some damage here. Takes ball 1. Pierce is the 8th batter to bat in the inning. They are loaded up. Bases full of Bulldogs. That's on the inside edge for a strike. 1-1 on Pierce, the Lawrence second baseman. 4-1 here on the top of the 4th. Ramkasoon deals. That ball is parked deep to left and gone! It's a grand slam for Ruby Pierce, and it's an 8-1 Lawrence lead.
Clear the bags.
Pierce hit the daylights out of that ball on a 1-1 count. A grand slam, and Lawrence leads at 8-1.
Let the record show, I asked Mike before the game, over-under number of home runs, 0.5. We both took the under, and Pierce not only hits a round tripper, hits it with the bases loaded. I think we're going to have to rethink player of the game after that one, Mike.
Probably. 4 RBIs on 1 swing of the bat for Ruby Pierce, and all of a sudden, This one has been blown wide open. Lawrence leads 8-1. And time is called as Dennis Gagne is out to the mound.
Real quick, Mike. So Pierce, McAvoy, Shores, and Knox all scored?
On the slam?
Yeah. Because McAvoy single, Shores, yeah,
yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
So bases clean. Here's Natalie Pelletier, the ninth batter to bat in the inning.
Natalie Pelletier.
Natalie has hit back to the pitcher, grounded out 1-3, and struck out swinging. So Suri Ramkasoon loaded him up and then paid for it. That's ball one. Ruby Pierce, maybe the best hit ball we have seen in softball this year.
Yeah, felt like almost a no-doubter.
That was crushed.
And that's right after that Elkins double was just missed line driving it over the fence.
Lawrence has been an extra base city in this game. I got to count them up, but that's looped down the right field side, and it's going to make it foul right in that lawn chair. And again, more awful displays of fielding from the fans here.
E-fan.
That ball, somebody's got to make a play on that ball.
Especially, right?
That's a can of corn.
The way this inning's going, help your team get out of the inning.
2 balls, 1 strike on Natalie Pelletier. Ninth batter to bat in the inning. 5 have scored. That's a ball. 3-1. Ross is on deck. She would hit for the second time in the inning.
Oh, you're going to have to move the stats over.
I'm going to have to move the innings over. Pelletier fouls it again. And it's 3-2. So the string out on Natalie. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
I will say that grand slam from Pierce woke up some of the Lawrence fans on the stream.
And that is ball 4. So Pelletier draws a walk. She is on, and over we go with the innings.
Number 12, Casey Ross.
And here is Casey Ross, second time in the inning. She started the inning harmlessly enough where they pop out to the pitcher. Strike 1 on Ross. 0-1, 5 in the inning. Swing and a miss. 0-2, way in front of that. 1-2 on Casey Ross, the Lawrence right fielder. Ramkasoon ready. 0-2 is bounced foul down the third base side. Still 0-2. Tomorrow in Skowhegan for Lewiston Skowhegan playoff softball at 3. And then on Thursday, it's Skowhegan and Camden Hills baseball in Madison. That'll start at 3:30 here on The Score. And we play lacrosse on Friday, Messalonsky boys with a yet-to-be-determined opponent. There's a change with a parachute on it. That is a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And then a playoff game on Saturday, yet to be determined.
We'll be somewhere.
Hit up the middle, into center field. That's a base hit. And the inning just keeps on rolling for the Lawrence Bulldogs. Ross with a solid single to center. Going to second on the play is Pelletier. And for the second time in the inning, here's Leah Tibbetts. Tibbetts walked.
Leah Tibbetts.
And she scored the run prior to the grand slam by Pierce.
That was after another Knox double.
That's a strike to Leah Tibbetts, the Lawrence first baseman. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Wide ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck is Elkins. J.C. Elkins. Tibbetts, the number 8 hitter in the Lawrence lineup. Swings and fouled it off. That was probably a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On Leah Tibbetts. We are past 7 o'clock now. The shadows getting a little longer, but still very comfortable here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-2. Good take. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's been a very long top of the 4th inning.
Yeah, like you said, that we had that kind of flashpoint moment.
Inside.
Where
3-2.
Knox hits the double, right? Makes it 3-1. You walk Shores without throwing her a strike, who struggled today. Then McAvoy gets a sort of bloop infield single, and then you get the grand slammy.
The full count pitch is hit into right center. No, it's into the glove of Giselle Mills. I thought that might make it over, but Mills stabs it. And finally, the inning is over. But the Lawrence Bulldogs pile up the runs. 5 runs in the inning on 1, 2.
Six runs on 5 hits.
6 runs on 5 hits in the inning. And so we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's going to take a big, big comeback for the Cony Rams. The score is Lawrence 8 and Cony 1. You're watching and listening to playoff prelim softball on The Score.
Spring is the season of rejuvenation and the perfect time to revitalize your home with Renewal by Andersen. Our spring savings event is only once a year. Call Renewal by Andersen to schedule your free window diagnosis and take advantage of this incredible limited time offer. We've installed over 4 million windows, earning us 4.7 stars in customer satisfaction. Call the number below or visit us online today. And remember, call now because these great savings end soon.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Abby Brown just took ball 1 from Mackenzie McAvoy. Brown has been up once in line to second. Here's the 1-0 from Mackenzie McAvoy, the senior. High, 1 ball, 1 strike. It's Brown, Weber, and LaBelle. 4, 5, 6 for the Cony Rams here in the bottom of the 4th. Big comeback is needed, but there is time to execute one. That's a strike. 1-2. Each team has lost 9 games, so I think anything that happens is in fair play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. These teams have both played well. These teams have both not played well. That's fouled off at the plate. Still 1-2 on Abby Brown. Nope, it's 2-2, excuse me. McAvoy back on the rubber, the sign from Shores, and the 2-2. Bounce to shortstop. There is Elkins. Fields has plenty of time, and holding the bag at first on the good stretch is Tibbetts. 1 out. So Brown is gone, or check that.
Number 18.
No, that was Brown.
Yeah, that was Brown.
And here is Tori Weber. Weber has also grounded out to short in her lone plate appearance. Tori, the Cony catcher. Here's the pitch by McAvoy. That's grounded to third. Good short hop there by Knox. Strong arm throws, and it's missed by the first baseman. That's an error on Tibbetts. Nice short hop stab there by Knox, but an error on the other end. E3. And Weber is on.
Kaylin LaBelle.
Here is Kaylin LaBelle.
LaBelle.
LaBelle, the first baseman, caught looking her first time. 1 out, runner on first. Lawrence does not want to start kicking around. You want to be efficient here the rest of the way. Inside, ball 1 on LaBelle. Number 6 hitter in the Cony lineup.
Like you said, Mike, efficiency, the name of the game. McAvoy, I think, had pretty good command of it. Just mental mistakes. Keep them to a minimum.
Wide, 2-0. Now they got the runner caught. The throw to second is in time, out of there. And if you're Cony, you can't be doing that. That is just not a smart play at all. And so that goes from Shores to Elkins. That is 2-6 on the caught stealing. And Weber is erased when you are down 7 runs. Base runners are at a premium. And Cony gets one wiped out there. So 2 outs. And if you're Lawrence, you feel like justice prevails after the drop throw at first base. 3 balls, no strikes on Kaylin LaBelle. And if she walks her, that caught stealing's even bigger. And she does. So how about that? Could have had 2 on, 1 out. Now it's 1 on, 2 outs. And here is Brody Barrows.
And both ways, right? For Cony, kind of not obviously you got to play out the inning, but chance to maybe put up some numbers, and instead you now got 2 outs.
Barrows singled her first time. Little looper into left. Check swing, ball 1. Then she got caught stealing. 1 ball, no strikes on the Cony left fielder. Barrows awaits the pitch from McAvoy. It is upstairs. 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. They are looking bunt. In at the corners, Knox and Tibbetts. Ground ball stabbed. Nice play by McAvoy. McAvoy double pumped and threw it away. With 2 outs in the inning, just go to first. And the throw to home not in time. They've got the runner between second and third, and she scrambles back. That is an error on McAvoy on what should have been an easy third out of the inning. McAvoy's very upset with herself. And Joey Marcoux with a good coaching move here, calling time, and he will get out to the mound. Can we get another look at that on the Mid-State Machine replay?
Oh, you got it. It's running right now because, like you said, just a double pump. I think, like you said, didn't recognize right away there was 2 outs, so she thought to go to second and then turned to first and just didn't get it out of her hand.
I was shocked that she didn't just take it and go to first. So it's an E1. It allows the second run to come in to score. And Barrows made it to second. She almost got caught there. So now Joey Marcoux has his word with McAvoy, and I'm sure it was very simply, look, we're up 8-2. There's 2 outs. Get the hitter out. Get out of this inning. We are all good. There is strike 1 on Jordan Dykett, who walked her first time and scored the first Cony run.
But to your point, Mike, with these 2 teams, right, they've had their ups and downs,
yeah.
And that's why.
There's no sure thing here in this ball game. They've both played well, and they have both played poorly. That's a strike, and it's 0-2.
Shout out to Ernest, who said this is a very professional broadcast, and he's impressed.
Thanks, Ernest. Appreciate that. Checks in the mail. That is a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That would be a tough take for Dykett.
1-2. Here's the deal. Fouled off to the right. Count stays at 1-2. Did a fan make a play?
I'm going to guess yes. I didn't see it, but they got a round of applause, so I'm going to say that the fan defense showed up here in the 4th finally.
It's about time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. McAvoy ready to deal to Dykett. Here it is. Bold up there. A worm burner is ball 2. 2-2. 2 outs, a run in, a runner at second. That one's high, and it's snagged by Shores. 3-2 on Dykett. On deck is Rogers, the number 9 hitter. They play Dykett very short in the outfield. McAvoy pitches. Hit high in the air down the right field side. Fan made a move for it over there. Didn't come away with it, but a good, solid attempt. That's all we ask for. Show us some effort.
Went for it just over the outstretched fingers. Unfortunately for him, I think that means he's got to chase it for a while.
Still 3-2. Here's the pitch. Slapped right by the pitcher, right by the second baseman, right into center field, and Barrows goes back, and it's a good thing. The stop sign up by third base coach Dennis Gagne, and Cony has runners at first and third with 2 outs. And here is Naima Rogers.
Number 1, Naima Rogers. Center fielder, Rogers.
So Dykett is on first with the single. Seeing eye, and that is ball 1 to Rogers. Rogers lined out in foul ground to the first baseman Tibbetts.
On a nice catch.
Yes. Tibbetts in at first. That's a strike.
And this is one of those things, too, Mike, even DI.
Runner goes to second, and they are defensively indifferent to it.
One of those things, too, right? Lawrence, you have that big confidence boost getting up 8-2, but both these teams who've had their struggles.
1-1. Popped up. Pierce is there, and Pierce makes the catch at second. Want to finish your thought?
Yeah, they're just going to say kind of at times I think a double-edged sword, because then you get to the point where you're like, okay, we've struggled, we're up 8-2, and then a mistake could potentially snowball.
1 run scored on
Well, they nipped it in the bud. Cony comes back with a run in the inning. They get that run on just one base hit, and they leave one, and we have finished 4 full. The score here in Augusta in this Class B North prelim playoff game, the Lawrence Bulldogs 8 and the Cony Rams 2. This is the score.
Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, our videographer Chaz Wing, back here live at the Family Field in Augusta. We go to the top of the 5th inning. It is 8-2 in favor of Lawrence. It'll be Elkins, and Knox. 9-1-2 here against Surrey Ramkissoon.
This is my reminder, Mike, because I forgot in all the excitement of that Grand Slam, we got to talk about that Cape Air giveaway still.
You're right. Late swing by Elkins. Strike one. Well, between batters, why don't you get cracking?
You got it, buddy.
The 0-1 is inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Leading off of Lawrence here in the top.
Lawrence, 6 runs last inning, highlighted by a grand slam by Ruby Pierce. Inside, 2-1.
I believe that, as I put in our comment section, and thank you to all those that watch our streams, no matter where they are. YouTube, of course, you can subscribe and not miss any of the playoff action we're doing this next 2 weeks.
The 2-1. Inside, 3-1. And if you're Ramkissoon, you don't want to walk J.C. Elkins. You have had her eating out of your hand the first 2 at-bats.
Yeah. I was say, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that was only the second home run you and I have had this season.
Yes. The Parker Morin home run, that's a late swing and a foul, 3-2.
I will report that that side of the press box absolutely flinched.
Yeah, they were terrible. 3 balls, 2 strikes on J.C. Elkins. So Ramkissoon has battled back from 3-0, now to have it at 3-2. Here's the pitch. Called out on strikes on the inside corner. And Elkins is gone for the 3rd time today. 2 outs. Here's Kaylee Elkins.
Center fielder, Elkins.
Kaylee has walked and scored, grounded to short, singled and scored. High pop-up. Second baseman back. This is trouble, and it's going to fall in. Rogers had to come in from center field on a ball that was just a few feet beyond the outfield grass where the dirt and the grass end, and it falls in for a base hit. That's the 2nd hit of the game for Kaylee Elkins.
Bailey Knox.
And here is Knox. Knox grounded to short, then doubled to right and scored, and then doubled to right again and drove in 2. So she's 2 for 3. The bunt is on, and it's a good one. Ramkissoon off the mound, throws to first. Runner keeping on going. The throw to third, not in time. Great aggressive base running there by Elkins. She never stopped at second. So the sack bunt actually ends up moving her 2 bases over to third.
Number 7, Ashley Shores.
Good job there by Maylee Knox. She's out 1-3.
Shores.
Here's Shores, who has struck out twice and walked.
Question for you, Mike.
Mm-hmm. Ball 1. Oh, that was a strike. Excuse me.
Thoughts on arguably your hottest batter today, bunting?
You know me, I'm not a big bunt guy. That's popped up into short left. 2 outs, and the ball is dropped out there by Barrows. And coming in to score on the play is Elkins. And it is 9-2, E7. No RBI for Shores. A ball that very simply has to be caught. So it is 9-2. Here's Mackenzie McAvoy. Is 3 for 3 today.
McAvoy.
And she takes one wide for ball 1. McAvoy has single to left, driving in a run. Single to left and drove in a run. Had an infield single and scored a run. She rode home on the Pierce Grand Slam. High, 2-0. Yeah, I'm not a big bunt guy.
I didn't think so.
Two balls, no strikes. Into right field, over is Licio. She won't get it. This is going to go to the wall. Shores chugging around third. She will score. Lawrence has hit double digits. The lead is 10-2, and it's a stand-up triple for Mackenzie McAvoy, who's got a 4-hit game going. How about that?
That was literally what he took the words out of my mouth.
Number 21, Ruby Pierce.
So McAvoy with an RBI triple, her third RBI of the day, 4 for 4. And speaking of big hitters today, and Pierce goes home, and they get the out there for the third out of the inning. And again, pitchers and players in this game forgetting how many outs there are. That's really a tough play because it's not a tag play. It is a tag play that is at home. And so they get the out at home. That is a fielder's choice. And out at home on the play is McAvoy. She's out 1-3 on the putout. And that is it. But Lawrence pushes across 2 more in the inning. They get 2 runs on 2 hits. There was an error in the inning and 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th. The score is Lawrence 10 and Cony 2. Back after this on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost. And for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Mike Violet, AJ Knights back here in Augusta, 10-2. Lawrence over Cony as we get ready to go to the bottom of the 5th. So, as we were saying about that Cape Air giveaway.
Yeah, so going on now, if you go to 1160score.com, where some of you may just be streaming the game already, should be a sign-up, I'm going to guess, under the contest. You got a chance to win flight for 2 from Cape Air down to Boston, $500 cash to do whatever. Red Sox, maybe. There's a bunch of sports going on. I think rugby's down there, lacrosse this summer, or anything else. And then a 2-night stay. And I think the drawing is Friday, July 12th. I could have the date wrong, but I believe that's what it is.
Yep, there it is, right on 1160thescore.com. The first pitch to Ramkissoon is ball 1. Surrey today has struck out and reached on an infield hit. It is right there. If you go to menu, hit contests, there it is, our Cape Air giveaway. She runs up to bunt and does. Off the mound, McAvoy has to hurry, and no, not in time as Ramkissoon beats it out. That's a base hit. Cony needs base runners, and they get one there. 1 out. Here's DeSalle Mills. Mills has struck out and grounded out 3 unassisted. Grand prize includes a round trip for 2 to Boston, overnight hotel accommodations, and $500 in cash to do whatever you want to do with it. Want to shop? Want to eat and shop? That is looped and caught by the shortstop. Elkins throw to first, safe. They almost got a double play. Now time is called to allow Ramkissoon to get up. So it's a line out by Mills to short. 1 out. And here is Olivia St. Peter. That's Alivia. So again, go to 1160thescore.com, click on contests, and sign up for our Cape Air Summer Flyaway from The Score. 10-2, 1 out. And here is St. Peter. Pitch is low for ball 1.
What would you do with the Cape Air Flyaway? It's worth noting those vouchers. I think the Cape Air vouchers are good for, I want to say, a year. I could be wrong. Double check on the contest. But
so you don't have to do it immediately.
Yeah.
So I might put that in my back pocket and hit. That's high. And in the fall, try to use that $500 to buy tickets to opening night when the Celtics raise banner number 18. Huh?
Fair. Let's say you're going to need every penny of those $500.
And maybe more.
Yeah.
Unless I want to be in the nosebleeds,
That's
which
true.
I've sat in before.
Yeah.
But that may be what I'm going to do. Sure, fly me to Boston. The pitch is a ball throw to second, and Shores throws a strike, and retreating is Ramkissoon. You don't want to start getting people thrown out on the bases down by 8 runs.
Now, thus far for Cony base runners, they've had 1 defensive indifference and 2 caught.
3-0, though, is the count here on Olivia St. Peter. That's a strike, 3-1. So, yeah, you can fly Cape Air out of Augusta, Rockland, or Owl's Head. Fly down to Logan, grab an Uber, do what you want to do, or grab the train, go somewhere, whatever. That's popped up. Should be a play for Elkins in center. She is in, makes the catch, and they've got an easy double up at first base. Bad base running there by Ramkissoon. She gets doubled up. So it's a pop-up to center field, and Ramkissoon is out 8-3, and that is the end of that. We have finished 5 full. The Score, Lawrence 10, Cony 2. You're watching and listening to playoff prelim softball on The Score.
We have created our own drink company. The fastest growing sports drink in history.
We will run! We will run! Ladies and gentlemen, we go. The monkey has prime!
This season, we are hydrated. The official sports drink of the UFC. It's time!
Oh, that's good.
Distributed by Valley Beverage of Lewiston. If you have been looking or wanting a complete heating, cooling, and plumbing contractor for residential or commercial all under one roof, Maine Preventative Maintenance is the only number you'll need. Maine Preventative Maintenance is also a registered and recommended heat pump installer with Efficiency of Maine. You may even be eligible for financing through Efficiency of Maine. Emergencies always happen at the most inconvenient times. Don't put it off any longer. Don't wait until something happens. Call Maine Preventative Maintenance today for peace of mind. Maine Preventative Maintenance, 465-4505, 465-4505.
I'm Drew.
I'm Jeremy.
We are JDH3 Designs. We're a Maine family offering laser engraving of just about anything and custom apparel. We love to work with other local businesses as well as people within the community to bring your design ideas to life.
JDH3 Designs. Visit their website at jdh3designs.com and like them on Facebook. JDH3 Designs. They customize just about anything.
Playoff softball and Score on The Score. That is brought to you by the Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees where cars and trucks cost you less online at cmautogroup.com. That one is fouled back by Natalie Pelletier, leading things off here in the 6th, 0-1. It is Pelletier, Ross, and Tibbetts, 6, 7, and 8 against Surrey Ramkissoon.
I didn't flinch, but I was also looking down.
Spike to right, foul, and out of play.
That was quite the thud, though, against the press box. And you asked me in the beginning, Mike, right? Both teams 7-9. Cony, obviously the higher seed by heel points, gets the home playoff game. What do we take away from?
Popped up, and it will drop in foul territory. Not enough time for Tori Weber to get to that. Stays 0-2.
What do we take away from the Lawrence sweeping the season series. Just might be just bad matchup. Just maybe simply that.
That happens.
I tell you what, though, again, we talked about Lawrence losing 2 down the stretch. I thought they played better. Again,
lined into right center. That's down. Ranging over is Licio to hold the runner at first. Pelletier, a single, though, by Natalie. She is on. That is her first hit of the day. And here is Casey Ross. Ross hit by a pitch, popped to the pitcher, and singled to center last time.
we don't take moral victories in the Knight household, but again, you lose to the 1 seed by 1 on the road. That's something.
Spike to right, foul. 0-1 on Casey Ross. Tomorrow, we're in Skowhegan. More softball. Lewiston and Skowhegan, Class A North quarterfinals. Game time 3 o'clock. And then on Thursday, it's baseball. Skowhegan and Camden Hills at 3:30. The game in Madison. Foul, 0-2.
And that one I think could be interesting. Speaking of teams struggling down the stretch, Skowhegan has ruined 2 perfect seasons this season and then has really struggled down the stretch.
Yeah, they're 9-7. They still finished at number 3 because they beat a lot of point-worthy teams, but down the stretch, they haven't played well. That is a ball.
And Camden Hills down the stretch has played well.
I would expect we're going to get either Noah McMahon or Silas Tibbetts. Down and in 2-2. Tomorrow we know we're going to see Lily Noyes.
That's just bad news for anybody. Sorry, Lewiston, but that's just bad news.
2-2. Here's the pitch. Hit her. Ouch. Right off the point of the hip. And Casey Ross took one for the team there. She is hit by a pitch.
The second time.
Yeah. And that hit her right in the hip. You can see her holding that left hip. That can be a hip pointer very easily.
And I think quickly Coach can have her take a seat.
Yeah, you want to have your starting right fielder for the quarters. So coming in off the bench is Chloe Grant-Ham to pinch run.
Running for the Lawrence Bulldogs, number 24, Chloe Grant-Ham.
So pinch runner at first, a painful first base for Casey Ross. Here's Tibbetts. Tibbetts has singled, walked, and lined to second. 2 on, nobody out. Lawrence already leads 10-2. That is into right fair. A fair ball. Hitting third and scoring is Pelletier. The ball is in, and they put the stop sign on at third base for Grant-Ham. It's an RBI double for Tibbetts, and it's an 11-2 lead.
And that was Pelletier.
They're going to hit for Elkins. And
please. Now batting for the Lawrence Bulldogs, number 22, Mel Thompson.
Mel Thompson is going to hit here for Elkins.
Mel Thompson.
So Tibbetts with an RBI double. High and wide for ball 1. Ross at third and Grant-Ham, the pinch runner, at second. J.C. Elkins 0 for 3 on the day. The 1-0 is into right field. That's a base hit. Run comes in to score, and it's 12-2. So an RBI single for Thompson. And the hits just keep on coming. So Mel Thompson
Attention, please.
is now going to be run for by J.C. Elkins.
Number 2, J.C.
So Elkins immediately back in the game. And here is sister Kaylee Elkins, who has had a day. Walked and scored, grounded to short, doubled and scored, and singled and scored. She's also had a great day in the field, making a fantastic catch. The bunt is on, fielded by the pitcher, Ramkasoon. They throw to first. The runner is out there, but coming in to score on the play is Tibbetts. Runner's out at third. The run comes in to score, and it's 13-2 as Tibbetts is plated on the sack bunt. So Elkins
Number 20.
is out 1-3, and then the runner out at third
baseman Knox.
was out 3-5. And here is Maylee Knox, who's also had a day. Takes strike one. Maylee today is grounded as short, doubled and scored and driven into, and had a sack bunt last time. Count 0-1. Wide ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. So it's a 13-2 lead. Here's the pitch. Inside. 2 balls, 1 strike on Maylee Knox. Surrey Ramkissoon, the sign from Weber. The pitch is a strike.
How about this, Mike, for Lawrence batters? 4 doubles, a triple, and a homer, which was a grand slam.
Extra base city. The 2-2. Popped up a mile high. Second baseman is out. It doesn't look good, and it falls in. And going to second, or trying to, is Knox. The throw out. So Knox collapses in disbelief, but give Maylee a single, and she is out 9-6 at second base. And that is the end of the inning. But Lawrence able to push 3 more across. They lead by 11 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And if Lawrence pitcher Mackenzie McAvoy can get the side without giving up more than a run, this ball game will be over. The score after 5.5 is Lawrence 13, Cony 2. Back after this on The Score.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com, where printing's personal, not puzzling.
Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher,
an HVAC technician,
pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect,
physical therapist,
I'm going to be a lawyer,
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor,
a machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer,
an athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Mike Violet, AJ Knights, back here live at the Family Field in Augusta, 13-2. It's Lawrence
The shortstop, Brown.
ahead by 11, and here is Abby Brown to lead it off. Brown has lined to second and grounded to shortstop. She is 0 for 2. Lined, and it's by the shortstop into left center, and cut off there by Elkins. It's a solid single by Abby Brown to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning.
That is just the 6th hit given up by McAvoy.
That's what Cony needs, base runners, and stop running into outs on the bases. They've had a problem with that today, too.
Yeah.
Here's Weber, grounded to short and reached on an error. Ground ball too short. Elkins bobbles. They get the out there at second as Pierce came across the bag. Good job by Elkins to get one. She went the short route. So Brown is 4. She is out 6-4. Weber is on via a fielder's choice, and here is Kaylin LaBelle. LaBelle has been called out on strikes and reached on an error. 13-2, 1 out, bottom 6. Swing and a miss, waved at 1, probably off the plate, nothing in 1 on Kaylin.
Hey, Cony hit the ball hard to start the game and then just kind of Actually, to be honest, what you said, ran into outs. I think they had a chance to keep this a little bit closer, and they just have had base running gaffes.
Ground ball right back to McAvoy. Waits, throws to first, 2 outs. Runner goes to second. So McAvoy retires LaBelle 1, 3-2 gone. Here is Brody Barrows. Barrows has singled to left and reached on an error by the pitcher. She had a bouncer back to the box with 2 outs. McAvoy, with the runner on first, didn't know where to throw it to, and finally threw it to first way late and then threw it by.
I think you kind of saw that right there, too. I get gathering yourself, but kind of takes that extra second.
Waved at and missed by Barrows. Strike 1 to Brody. Brody, 1 out of 2 on the day. Swings and misses, and no foul tip. It goes to the backstop. So getting second base on the play.
We got wild pitch pass ball.
I am going wild pitch on that one. So Weber is now on third. Lined into right. And Brody Barrows has her second hit. And she has an RBI as Weber comes in to score. And it's 13-3. She's a tough little out.
Big time.
And we are looking like we're going to get a pinch hitter here. This is number 12. This is Cassidy Leonard.
Your attention, please. Now hitting for the Cony Rams, number 12, Cassidy Leonard.
So Leonard will hit for Diquette.
Cony Rams, number 12, Cassidy Leonard.
Diquette was 1 for 1. She walked, had a base hit, on base twice. That's a strike. 0-1, 13-3 with 2 outs. If McAvoy can register the third out here, this ball game would be over. A shake off of Shores. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Lawrence 1 strike away. No balls, 2 strikes on Cassidy Leonard. Here's the wind, here's the pitch. High. 1-2.
No chasing that high cheese for Leonard.
Rogers on deck. Naima Rogers. Number 9 hitter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. McAvoy ready. The deal. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and this one is over. The Lawrence Bulldogs have an offensive explosion in this one that included a grand slam by Ruby Pierce, and it's a final now. The final score in this one. The Lawrence Bulldogs 13, the Cony Rams 3. Our post-game show, our score player, or maybe players of the game, all coming up here on Sports Radio 1160. WSKW, The Score.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinckley Road, Canaan.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack of all trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
& Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Raising money for our cause, supporting our neighbors, helping to recognize those that should be recognized, providing educational opportunities, working together to make someone's day just a bit brighter. Our employees enjoy being a part of making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Savings Bank.
For the safety of you and your family, 201 Tire Battery and Service on Riverside Drive in Vassalboro offers only the best and most reliable tires and batteries, including used batteries for your ride, cars, motorcycles, and more. And tires for everything. Tractors, lawnmowers, your car and truck, custom rims? Yep, of course. Open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 until 5, Friday till 3. Pet friendly with free battery testing and complimentary ice cream. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta Vassalboro line.
Spring is the season of rejuvenation and the perfect time to revitalize your home with Renewal by Andersen. Our spring savings event is only once a year. Call Renewal by Andersen to schedule your free window diagnosis and take advantage of this incredible limited time offer. We've installed over 4 million windows, earning us 4.7 stars in customer satisfaction. Call the number below or visit us online today. And remember, call now because these great savings end soon.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. From 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
Well, the sweepstakes winner today would get a free, all-expenses-paid trip to Old Town. And the winners, the Lawrence Bulldogs. They win today in this Class B North prelim game over Cony by a score of 13-3. Before we get into the final line score and our players of the game, because there are two today, let's take a look at some of the highlights today, all brought to you by Midstate Machine. If you're looking for a career, check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. A lot of good things happened today for the Lawrence Bulldogs. Offensively, they happened because of a grand slam, and also defensively because of tremendous plays like the one you just saw there from Kaylee Elkins in center field. Elkins, who has played as good a center field as we've seen in softball or baseball this year, with a fantastic play right there, kind of just set the tone for the day.
Well, at the time, you'll see a double play here. This is also one of the stories because Cony runs into this double play, and it just kind of that kind of day for him. But it was such a big moment too. That right there, she doesn't make that catch. It's 2-2, and that inning continues.
Yeah.
And then obviously Lawrence gets a 6 in the top of the fourth. That was the bottom of the third. So she saves a run. It's 2-1 going to the fourth. Lawrence gets the crooked inning, and that's kind of all she wrote for the Rams. But, I mean, at the time, that was such a huge play.
It was a huge play. It kept it at 2-1. It kept the lead. You never know. I have a feeling I don't think it was going to make a difference, but you never really know. So the final numbers on this one, the line scores for Lawrence, 13 runs on 15 hits. The Bulldogs made 3 errors. They left 7. Cony with 3 runs on 7 hits. They made 2 errors and left 5 on base. Mackenzie McAvoy was the winning pitcher. McAvoy went the distance, 6 innings, gave up 7 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, walked 1, and struck out 4 in getting the complete game victory. And she is one of our 2 score players of the game because aside from pitching Lawrence to the victory, she also had a heck of a game at the plate with 4 hits on the day and Let's see, McAvoy.
I got you, Mike. She had 4 hits, one of them a triple. It was an RBI triple. She knocked in 2 and scored 1. She knocked in the first run of the game.
She just did everything today. Just had an absolutely fantastic game. Had a 4-for-4 day with 2 RBIs, and pitched Lawrence to the victory, and also Ruby Pierce had a day as well. Pierce came up to the plate in this one with the bases juiced in the 4th inning and hit one as far as we have seen this year. A high, deep drive to left, and it was out of here. A grand slam for Ruby Pierce, and that really just blew the game wide open. It went from 4-1 to 8-1 in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, and kind of a testament, too, to Lawrence's day with the bats because, again, 15 hits, 4 doubles, a triple, and a homer. And the homer and obviously grand slam. So Lawrence just extra base city, like you said earlier, just absolutely clubbed homers. And before you promote their schedule, or maybe to give them a moment here, Mike, don't forget Hammond Lumber.
Yes, our game also today brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partners. So as I mentioned, a free trip for the Lawrence Bulldogs to Old Town now for the quarterfinals coming up on Thursday. The game time has not been announced for that one as of yet. We do know the game time for our game tomorrow. It's a Class A North softball matchup between the Skowhegan Riverhawks and the Lewiston Blue Devils. Game time tomorrow is 3 o'clock. AJ and I will be on the air with our pregame show at about 2:50. Then it's baseball on Thursday afternoon from Madison as Camden Hills takes on Skowhegan at 3:30. We'll have a playoff lacrosse game involving the Messalonskee Eagles on Friday. We don't know who they're going to play yet. When we find out, we'll post it at centralmainsports.com, and then we'll have a playoff game on Saturday as well. Again, TBA. So that's going to do it for us. For Chaz Wing, our videographer, and for AJ Knight, I'm Mike Violet saying so long from Cony High School. Final score in this one in 6, the Lawrence Bulldogs 13 and the Cony Rams 3.
You've been listening to another high school sports presentation on The Score, supported by these great local sponsors: Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Mid-State Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, PJ Diggs, Renewal by Anderson, Assistance Plus, Valley Beverage, Maine Preventative Maintenance, the Harry J. Smith Company, SBS Carbon Copy, JDH3 Design, Dixon's Country Market, and by Casella Waste. Stay tuned for a lot more live video and audio of high school baseball, softball, and girls and boys high school lacrosse. All available at centralmainsports.com, 1160thescore.com, and our YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Please go and subscribe. You found the place for local sports. Sports Radio 1160, The Score.